we are here for a career exploration workshop. Just a quick thing about Muslim Youth Mentors, what we do. Obviously, we'll speak more into it, but we provide, the main thing is we provide networking opportunities between the mentors and the students, right? Because with the mentors and the high school students, mentors the college students, mentors or young professionals, right? We have a lot of people who come in as young professionals, they want to change their career or have a question about their career, and we have mentors here to provide that. So go to the next slide. So I'll start with
Okay, we're just going to introduce ourselves. We're going to be helping to moderate the session. My name is Rohit Kumar. I'm an accountant, and I'll hand it over to Janae.
Hi, my name is Janae. Assalamu alaikum. I'm also an accountant. I'm a CPA, and I did CPA for about 7 years. And then I took my job, and I'm focusing on doing my own business. I'm in the import-export business in electronics. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. My name is Mani. I'm a PA. I've been a PA for about 6 years, and I've been helping with MYM for the past couple of years. So, inshallah, looking forward to meeting all of you.
I guess I should have introduced myself, right? My name is Hassan. Hassan Saeed. A lot of people call me Brother Hassan. That's because of the Islamic aspect of it. But I'm a civil engineer, work with National Grid, and I'm also an adjunct professor or adjunct instructor.
Alright, so we have a trivia question to get everybody motivated and engaged. What is important to you for your role when it comes to like having a job? What are you guys looking for? Is it A, you want work flexibility, B, high income, C, team environment, or D, extended hours? What do you guys think? So let's just do a vote. How many of you think for your jobs, flexibility is the most important thing that you guys look for? Raise your hand, that's all you have. Okay, work flexibility. How many people say high income? I want to make a lot of money, that's the most important. I want to work with nice people who I get along with. I want to live in an environment. Alright? How many people want to work long hours?
What's that?
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. Generally, what you'll see is, in my personal experience, early on in people's career, a lot of people will say, I want the high income. As you get older, you can have families, people will start shifting to, I want a little bit more work flexibility. The money's still important, but I need to spend time with my kids. I don't want to be in the office the whole time. And that's why nowadays with like COVID, work from home, it really helps provide a balance depending on your careers. But everybody's good. Let's continue. So what we're going to do now is just introduce the other professionals that are here. And when I call your name, if you could just stand up, introduce yourself, say your name, where you went to college, and what your career is, okay? So I'll start with my wife, Sonia Jamil. You can stand up and introduce yourself.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Dr. Sonia Jamil. I went to New York College of Osteopathic Medicine for medical school, and then I did my residency at Anson University Medical Center in family practice. Currently, I am an attending physician in Valley Stream in a primary care clinic.
All right, Brother Saeed.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Saeed Islam. I went to Rutgers University. Many moons ago. I did my MBA and my master's in industrial organizational psychology from Fairleigh Dickinson University, also in New Jersey. Then I did my PhD at Hofstra University in applied organizational psychology. I'm currently an associate professor at Farmingdale State College, and I also have my own consulting practice based around human resources and training. So I'm looking forward to talking about that today.
Ali Sheikh.
Ali Sheikh. I'm a CPA accountant. I work for a private equity fund administrator. So we manage other people's funds in private equity. So if you guys have any questions around accounting, you can reach out to us.
Brother Hassan.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hussam. I'm a dentist. I finished my training from MYM College of Dentistry and finished my residency from New York Presbyterian Queens. Right now I'm working in Queens and Long Island.
Brother JL?
Salam alaikum. I'm Jay Sohan. I went to Cornell University to study biology, but then also did my MBA at Indiana University. I currently work in management consulting in the insurance and financial services.
Brother Saad?
My name is Saad Jawed. I'm the Chief Data and Analytics Officer for L'Oreal. My responsibilities include data analytics and artificial intelligence. And I went to college at the Queen's College. I did my degree in anthropology, so made the switch to data analysis.
Nice.
My name is Arzu Fatima. I did my pharmacy from University in Pakistan when I moved here. I did my MBA from Islamic, and later I changed my mind. I also did advanced fashion training from Columbia University. My main focus was data analytics, AI and ML. I'm currently working as an R&D, as a director R&D at pharmaceutical companies here on Long Island. I'm here to talk about how the candidate performs as we grow.
Sister Zain?
Assalamualaikum everybody, my name is Rizvi. Undergrad, wow, that was eons ago, but it was at Queen's College, and then I went on from Queen's College to Albany Law School. I completed my JD from Albany, and took a lot of twists and turns, worked in financial crime compliance, did some operational risk management, some corporate compliance work, and now I currently own my own child care program.
Brother Son?
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Islamic, graduated from Cornell many years ago. I've been in the housing industry. It says real estate, but I'm actually in the field of Islamic finance. Currently, I'm serving as the Vice President for Guidance Residential and also the regional manager for the 4 regions here in the Northeast. I am looking for fresh talents who are looking to switch their career or get out of the norm of being a doctor or engineer or whatnot. If you're looking for that, let me know. I'm here. Thank you.
And then Brother Bilal?
I initially went to Stony Brook, and then Queen's College was as well, and I did economics there. Then, changed my mind, went into your college with a PA degree, and now I did my MBA recently as well. Currently, I work at New York Presbyterian, and I manage their organizing team there. But I've also got medical state license and work with friends to rehab projects. But we've launched recently, a couple of years ago, Peer Collective, a mental health institution where we reach out to the community in particular for mental health issues. And that's it so far.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Zahid Khan. I'm a licensed professional engineer. I am mechanical engineer from City College of New York. After graduation, I worked in pharmaceutical industry for a little while, and then I switched over to utilities, starting with Con Edison. I worked in operation, design, and construction. Then I moved to National Grid. Currently, I am the regional engineering manager for National Grid, managing our assets both in upstate as well as downstate. I recently ran elections, and I am a board trustee for Elmont School District. We are taking our valuable time and sharing the resources with you all, so that you and your kids have resources that they can refer to and make a better informed decision. So please take benefit of this program, and if you have any questions, reach out to us. It is critical that you all know what is available at your disposal. So I can tell you from experience that we hire interns, we hire engineers all the time. And the advices that we'll be getting from all of these folks are applicable. When we conduct the interviews or when we select the candidates, essentially these are the items that we are looking for. And more we'll be discussing in the slides.
Is there anybody in this? Anybody else want to introduce themselves? We just wanted to talk a little bit about why, as I had started, why we're here today, right? So we're here today, if you're a high school student, if you're a college student, if you're a young professional early in your career, the only way you're going to get ahead, or one of the ways you're going to get ahead that will make your life a little bit easier, is to get mentorship, get advice, learn from the people who have already done it. We have people here who have 10, 15, 20 years of experience plus that can share their advice, but we want to tailor it to you. If you have questions, if you have a young child who's in high school or college, you're like, I'm worried about them, I don't know how to guide them, I don't know how to pay for college, we're here to answer those questions. So anytime you have questions, just raise your hand, make it more natural, more relaxed in the setting. We don't want to speak to you for 1 hour and you just sit there and get bored. We want to help you and be here for you guys. Okay?
Alright, so why are we here? We just a quick rundown of agenda, how it's going to be. And we're going to try to make it very quick because I know everybody's here for number 5, right? So the first one, we're going to give you a general advice, right? After you have been hearing, right? So we're going to have a general advice to the students, parents, if they're here, and then the young professional, right? Also, students, it could be high school students or college students. Second, we have a mentor-mentee engagement activity. It's not really an activity, it's more of like kind of engaging your thoughts, thinking about like what you really want to do, right? What do you think is possible and what is actually out there, right? Depending on the career choice that you're making. Third is the mentor presentation. This should be quick, I promise you that. Make sure this is quick. Where our mentors, some of our mentors will share some of their insight into their own topic, their own personalized topic. Or we have a group activity, we really want to do this test, but it's not really doable with, everybody needs like phones and technology to actually start that. So we'll give you a link. It's a great test that you can take for students, and it kind of can help you as in like thinking like what you really want to do in the future. And then lastly, we'll have the closing remarks, and then we'll have the question and answer with the mentors, which is utilize that. So stay for that as well, please.
Yeah. So at the end, what we want to do is we're just going to have the mentor stay here, and then we'll let you know who everybody has a name tag, and let you know what their career is. Just go up to the mentors and ask them whatever questions you have. All right? I think we've covered most of the topics here, so we'll go to a trivia question. All right, can you guess the top school major for each of the respective fields below? So if you're the medical and healthcare field, what do you think one of the top majors is right now? Any guess? Biology.
Psychology.
Psychology. All right, let's see. So think of the job, like what would the job be? Doctor, pharmacist, physician assistant? What do you guys think?
Doctor.
PA? All right. Correct answer here is physical therapist. Right.
Wow.
All right. This data changes all the time, so we just pull the latest data. We have the link at the bottom. We're not making this stuff up. All right. The next one is for education. What do you think is one of the top job titles that people are getting these days? Special ed. Special ed. Teacher. You guys are all very close. According to the survey we looked at, school counselor. Next one, computer science and IT. What do you think is one of the top jobs these days for that major?
Cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity.
I promise I didn't look at the PowerPoint.
Engineering. What do you guys think? What's the top job these days, or one of the top jobs these days? Electrical, chemical, mechanical. Give you the hints. What do you guys think? One of those.
Structural.
Electrical. Correct answer. Mechanical engineering. Next one, for accounting and finance. What do you think is one of the top jobs these days for people who have that major?
Auditing.
Auditing? Okay. Anybody else? Finance, accounting?
Technicians.
Okay. So it's very similar. Personal financial advisor seems to be a top job these days for people with that major. We'll go to the next one. one's law and criminal justice. What do you guys think?
What kind of lawyer? We're talking what kind of immigration?
Immigration? I need more immigration lawyers.
Yeah. What else do you guys think? This is very.
Business lawyers, okay.
There's something that everybody needs. Like everybody needs it.
Tax.
Personal injury.
Corporate and healthcare.
Corporate and healthcare.
That's where the money is.
And the final one is social work. What do you guys think? Someone is majoring in social work. What type of job do you think that these days is very popular?
Social worker? Social worker? Substance abuse counselor.
So, if you have no idea what job to get into, these are some jobs that are trending right now. Alright, let's continue. So, we're just covering some basic tips for getting into college. How many people here are high school students? By show of hands. Anyone here parent of a high school student or a high school student? Okay, got a few. So, one thing that we just have some tips, and the tips basically are that how to get into the best college possible. Number one, have a great SAT, ACT score, have a good GPA, and then do extracurricular activity. This is the one thing that a lot of students don't focus on because they're so good at school. They focus on school, they have house responsibilities at home, but they neglect this. But a lot of the times, if you have two students with the same GPA, similar SAT score, if one person was involved in activities in the school, like they joined the basketball team or the bowling team, or they volunteered at local hospitals, they're more likely to get into that college. Next one is your college essay. Nowadays, with like ChatGPT, a lot of people try to get, the AI to write the essay for them, but they have tools to look out for that. And the goal here is really, you can use AI to help you a little bit, but the core of the essay, like your quality of your writing, look at example essays that have been successful in the past at top universities. We posted some of those to our website, so you can look at like people who've gotten into Harvard and Columbia, what their college essays look like. And you can get tips to improve your essay, and then work with your teachers at school, have them review your essay and improve it. And then finally, for recommendation letters, this is one thing where a lot of students make mistakes because they don't plan early. So they go to the professor and they're like, "You're my teacher in high school, here, write me a recommendation letter." But maybe that teacher doesn't like you, maybe you didn't get an A in that class, they're not going to write you the best recommendation letter, right? So plan early, ask the people for favors, make sure they like you before you ask them for a recommendation letter, and make sure you let them know the deadline. Like I always have students reaching out for recommendation letters, and we get busy with work, it just takes us a little bit of time to prepare them. Okay? Next, for your colleges, research in school. There's great resources out there. Google's a great resource, but there's a publication, US Enrolled Report, they publish the top colleges. But just because a college is top 10, top 5, top 20, doesn't mean it's the right college for you. If you want to major in like pharmacy, or you want to become a doctor, certain colleges are better, and that takes time, and that's why we have all these professionals who graduate from different schools, and they can give you tips like, this is good about St. John's, this is good about NYU. If you really want to get into and work at Google, they really hire a lot of people from MIT or this college or that college. Do a little bit of research in that respect. Know your SAT, ACT school ranges, know where you are within that range. You can take the SAT up to 3 times, it's recommended, but if you're not close to that range, no, that's a reach school, but have your safety schools locked in as well. Narrow down the list of schools. Think about the cost of school. School has gotten so expensive right now. If you don't have a scholarship or student aid or financial aid, it's very difficult to pay for college. But there are really cool programs that can help you pay for college. Anyone know some of those programs? Anyone want to share? What are some programs that you guys have heard of that help pay for college? If you get into Macaulay Honors, it's basically a scholarship, yeah. Anyone else? Yep, applying for FAFSA, TAP options will be government grants that will help pay for college. But has anyone heard of like ROTC program? You basically work in the military part-time while you go for college. They help pay for your college, but you're sacrificing like 1 weekend a month, a few weeks a year to go train with them. If you look at the NY, the Long Island Police Department, they also have a similar program where you can work and volunteer within the police department. They help pay for your college, and you still get to go to college. So those are really cool programs that are out there that can help you pay for college. Send your applications early if you want to consider. If you really know the school you want to go to, you can do early admissions, but if you get into it, you're kind of locked into that school. All right, let's continue. So what are the things that you want to do right now, whether you're in college or high school? Focus on your classes and your grades. This is the basics, right? It gives you the best opportunity. We don't expect you to have a 4.0 GPA. I know people who have 4.0 GPAs that can't get a job. So this is just the basics. The next 2 steps, especially if you're a college student, is building relationships, connecting with professionals. I'll give you a real life story. One of the partners I work with is a partner at a Big 4 accounting firm at PwC, and he was working as a secretary at a company. How did he get a job where he could become an accountant and become a partner and make $1 million, $500,000 a year as a partner? He was in class and he talked to the person next to him. He's like, what do you do? The person said, well, I work at a company called PwC. And he's like, can you get me in? And she's like, yeah, I think they're hiring. I can get you in. He was working with like basically as an assistant. So that's how he got the job to work at PwC. He started off as an executive assistant, but he worked so hard and liked his work ethic that they said, why don't you become an auditor, an accountant, and then eventually became a partner. He's one of the highest earning people in here.
So I just want Ali Bhai to share something related to networking. And Ali Bhai, you can mention what happened last year with the last event you did, you know, and how you helped one person kind of land an opportunity and talk about the importance of networking.
So just to share with you guys, I met someone at the ICLI event, and we stayed connected. And I introduced him to my company, and he went through the interview process, and eventually got a job. So that's what networking can do for you. And you know, use this platform and the resource. There's so many mentors here. They have a lot to share, and they took out time to come and be here for you. So use this opportunity. And it's not one and done. They're available. So don't feel like, at least like this is how I think about it, like I have time. So if you have questions, stay connected from time to time, even if you don't have any questions, you know, from time to time, or when you do have questions, reach out, stay connected, because you never know when and how those opportunities are going to open up. So that's the importance of networking, and you should stay connected with the people that you meet.
Thank you, Ali Bhai. So basically, you know, I was very happy to hear this success story, right? And that mentee is also here today with us, right? So it goes to show if you network and you follow up, you know, you can end up finding an opportunity. You know, just keep trying. So we'll go on to 6 to 10. The importance of resume, right? When I was actually working on my resume during my college year, I probably spent more than 40 hours on my resume. That one-page resume, a recruiter will only spend maybe 5 seconds looking at your resume. If I find a single error on a particular resume, I will just toss it out. I won't even consider that person for a first-round interview. So it was very important. These guys that are here today, there are about 12 plus mentors here. Make sure you take advantage of the respective field that you want to go into. So if Ali Bhai is in accounting or finance, have them review your resume. If another person is in the medical field, get their feedback on the resume. And then try to get that internship that you need as well. During your junior year of college is very important. It's also important to start searching your sophomore year. It's good to take those steps early on. I'm going a little bit backwards, but you know, make sure you network early on before you go to college, right? You can even land an opportunity for an internship in your sophomore year. So you have to start networking. A lot of companies start looking during the September, October, November time. So make sure you start networking early on, and that will really help you out.
And one thing that I've had, it's not just getting that job, it's also learning from it.
time frame for the internships. Typically, all the companies within the US, if they're a corporate company, they start posting for internship around October time frame. In October, they post for internship of summer 2026 now. So we are in 2025. Next month in October, the application, the companies will start accepting applications. Everybody will go through the interview process, and once the candidate is selected, and for the following year in summer, that person will be selected. So it's critical that you know of this time frame. So this is also valid for the entry-level engineering positions as well. A lot of the companies, they have programs that are geared towards making future degrees, and those applications will be available in October time frame. To know this time frame, this is critical for you. Work on your resume, go through other things, and start accepting right now.
Yeah, one of the biggest mistakes we see is college students will say, I can't get an internship, I keep applying. We ask, like, when do you apply? Well, the summer starts in May, so I applied in like April. Like, no, most of the internships are already done like 6 months ago. You should have applied in October, right? So let's keep that in mind.
Alright, let's get to the fun part, right? So first question, that is like the most important question, why are you guys here, right? That's, we spend some of our time, took away some of your time from Saturday to come over here. There has to be a reason, right? So ask yourself that, right? I'm not going to put on people, just ask yourself that, why are you here? And keep that in mind, these questions that we have. Keep those in mind when you're speaking to the mentors, right? And why are you here? Obviously, it's never best to just go directly to the mentor, I need a job, right? They can't help you with that, but they can help you, guide you through it to get to that point, right? Second thing is, what do you expect from this workshop? So it's kind of similar to the first one, like, why are you here? What do you expect from it? As Brother Junaid mentioned and Brother Zoid mentioned as well, right? If you have a resume that you want us to look at, give it to us. Let us know. Connect with us, right? How many of you, like the students here, especially, right? How many of you have LinkedIn? That's very important, right? You guys have LinkedIn? Yeah. And believe it or not, a lot of these events that we do, people come up, they're like, what is LinkedIn? Right? So LinkedIn is so important. A lot of people are getting these jobs from LinkedIn. They're not even applying. They're like, wait, what? I never even applied for this job. And they're getting calls. Why? Because we're connected to somebody who is working in that company, and now their hiring manager is looking for somebody, right? And you fit the job. What is your career interest, right? We gotta kind of mention that. What are you interested in? We do have, I believe we have high school students here. Any high school students? Two, okay. Then college students? Couple of college students, and then young professionals, I'm guessing? Okay, so we have to do, that's good. And parents are here too? Parents are more important, right? We always talk to you. You guys come up as well, right? Talk to the mentors as well. Please do that, all right? Are you facing any problems today? Believe it or not, I work a lot with, I'm sure you guys heard of Mufti Farhan, right? I work a lot with Mufti Farhan at ICLI, where he speaks to a lot of people, right? It's a good story that I would like to share. He speaks with a lot of people, but he's such a busy person, right? So it's not easy to talk to him all the time. So sometimes what happens is when he has a student who wants to talk to him, and it's not really an Islamic question, though I can kind of answer that too, but if it's not an Islamic question, it's more like a career-based question, right? Or he or she's having a problem with that, right? So they route that towards me, right? So I go and sit with the person, and I speak to them. I don't speak with sisters, obviously. We do have sisters who speak to the sisters, so if something like that you're looking for, just come up and talk to us.